What's going on, everybody? Spunky Knights 91 coming you guys with another video. Eagles head coach Doug Pederson spoke about the importance of the quarterback head coach relationship in the NFL. Talking about the head coach quarterback combinations that have been successful over the years, and he talked about the relationship between him and quarterback Carson Wentz. I'm gonna read what Doug Pederson had to say to you guys, and of course I'm getting my thoughts afterwards. So that said, let's get started. Here's what Doug Pederson had to say overall about the quarterback-coach combination and his relationship with Carson Wentz. He said that especially head coach quarterback, and you've seen the great ones in the NFL, they have been together for a long time. It's not always easy. There's going to be discussions. There's going to be heated discussions. But you know what? It's like anything else in life. Any family structure, you're going to have an argument. But you're going to walk out and you're going to be united. When you go out on the football field, that's the thing. Just being able to continue to have those conversations and just continue to cultivate that just goes a long way with the head coach quarterback combination. And again, the ones that have been successful have done that, have built that lifelong relationship that we have begun here. This is also a great opportunity for Carson to really regain the type of player he is to what we saw in 2017 and really what we saw in 2018. When he was playing, he is a tremendous competitor. He is a tremendous leader. And quite frankly, I don't think a lot of that bothers him. He just moves on. He is excited for this new season. It is a new team. There are new guys around him. He is energized. He feels good, and I am just excited for that. So there you have it right there. That's what Doug Pederson had to say. Yeah, he's right though. He's right about the quarterback and head coach combinations that have been together for a long time. You got Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. You have, of course, Bill Walsh, Joe Montana. You've had so many great head coach quarterback combinations throughout the history of the game. And yeah, they have their disagreements and they have their heated debates, as well. They've had those over the years. But it does make the head coach and it does make the quarterback, stronger. Having their disagreements and being able to work through their disagreements, they've been able to go on and achieve a lot of success in this league. Hopefully, that's what happens with Doug Pederson and Carson Wentz. Obviously, under the belt, we already have a Super Bowl championship, but unfortunately, Carson Wentz was not playing that game. I'm hoping to see the Carson Wentz and Doug Pederson combination. I hope that it goes on to be, when it's all said and done, it goes down as one of the greatest coach quarterback combinations that this league has ever seen. I think we have so much potential this season right here, man. I look at this roster. It's hard not to get excited about this team, man. It really is difficult not to get excited about this team. There's so much talent everywhere on this team, man, and they have the potential to do some really special things this season, man. So I'm very pumped. I'm very, very excited, man, because I see a great year ahead of us. I'm not one of those Eagle fans that's gonna say Super Bowl, but I do think we have a good chance to make a good run this year. I honestly do believe that. Carson Wentz, you already know that Carson is playing with a chip on his shoulder. He's playing with a big chip on his shoulder, and he wants to go out there and prove people wrong. Hiring Doug Pederson was a great hire, obviously. He's been very key to Carson Wentz's overall progression, his overall development. You got to have a good coach that can develop these young quarterbacks, and Doug Pederson overall has done a good job throughout his career, not just with Carson Wentz. He was a big key in developing Donovan McNabb, during the Andy Reid era in Philadelphia. He was a big key in helping Alex Smith, during the days in Kansas City. So that's one of the big reasons why he was hired to be the head coach, because the guy is he is a player's coach, and the players enjoy playing for him, and he's very good at developing these quarterbacks because obviously he's a former quarterback himself. So he's been very, very key to the development of Carson Wentz and Carson Wentz's career, his young career, and I hope these guys are together for a very, very long time. I'm not gonna say they're the next Belichick and Brady, although that'd be great. I'm not gonna say the next that, but I am expecting to see at least one. I'm expecting to see at least 2 or 3 championships during the Pederson Carson Wentz era. We already have one from Doug Pederson with Nick Foles, obviously, but I expect at least another 2 or 3 with Carson Wentz as our quarterback. And I'm very, very excited, man. He's right. Doug Pederson is absolutely right. He's absolutely right that yeah, you're gonna have those heated discussions, those disagreements, but being able to work through those and work towards the common goal, which is bringing championships to Philadelphia, ultimately, it's gonna having those disagreements is gonna make us a better team. But these two have been great together so far, and I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that we see many more great years between these two to come in the future. This season is definitely a very exciting season, man. I can't wait to see, I can't wait to see Carson Wentz fully healed with no brace on, with a chip on his shoulder, man, because I expect Carson Wentz to really light this lead up next season. That's not me blowing smoke out your ass. I truly do believe that Carson Wentz is gonna absolutely light the lead on fire next year. I expect Carson Wentz to be in the MVP conversation. He should be right there in the top 5 names mentioned. That's what I'm expecting. With all the talent around Carson Wentz that Harry Roseman's brought in, they have put a team around Carson Wentz to succeed. Bringing Darren Sproles back yesterday, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but ultimately that is another weapon for Carson Wentz. So Carson Wentz, there's no excuse for Carson Wentz next season, man. He got a lot of weapons here to succeed, man, and he has a great coaching staff around him to support him as well. Doug Pease has done an amazing job when it comes to helping develop Carson Wentz into what he's become, and I think the sky's the limit, man. I think the future in Philadelphia is extremely bright, for here on out. And as long as Carson Wentz stays healthy, we go as far as Carson Wentz takes us. But as long as Carson Wentz stays healthy, expect the Eagles to be competitive for a very long time. As long as Doug Pease is our head coach, I also expect us to be competitive for a very long time. So I think we got a great quarterback head coach combination, and it's going to be a lot of exciting football in the future for us Eagles fans. But yeah, like I said, he's right though. These coach quarterback combinations that have been successful have been together for a very long time. I would love to one day put Coach Pederson and Carson Wentz right up there with Belichick and Brady. Those guys have been together for nearly 2 decades and obviously have won 6 Super Bowls. So I would love for Pederson and Carson Wentz to be mentioned among those guys. Somewhere down the road. 6 Super Bowls, that'd be great, but I'm not expecting. I'm not going to put that much pressure on them. I'm expecting at least 2 or 3 Super Bowls. That's what I'm expecting at least. More, obviously, the more the better, obviously. But I want them to be mentioned right up there with those guys when it's all said and done. And I think these two are going to be together for a very, 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 very long time. But yeah, that's all I have in this video, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man. You guys obviously responded to my video yesterday about Darren Sproles coming back. Many of you agree with me, many of you didn't agree with me, but it's all good, man. Like I said in that video, welcome back, Darren Sproles. I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of the move, but welcome back, Darren Sproles. But anyway, man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. As always, go Birds. Spunky Nights 91 is out of here. Fly, go fly. Peace.